familiar volleyball foes, Petrogas and Signal, get entangled in our second game here today in the PNBF Champions League. Signal tries to make it 2 in a row. Same thing with Petrogas that won against the Army just yesterday. We've got a good one here, especially when you consider that many players have moved around and they're playing with new teammates. Let's see what kind of adjustments they make as we continue to welcome you to the historic and iconic Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Hello everybody and welcome to this one, and there's some anticipation, Noringo, because there are some new combinations that we will see.
Well, in the off-season, you did mention a lot of player movements, and it's actually pretty good. It's a short tournament, but it's pretty good to see how they're faring in terms of progress with their training.
I was talking to Dawn Macandile. She's with a new team, and we had a brief exchange of what happened, and she's adjusting, but she's perfectly happy where she is. Let's take a quick look at the team standings after the first game earlier today, where in CSB, our collegiate team won against the Army in my favorite kind of game, 5 sets.
You guys started really with a bang with Coach Ronnie, 5 sets, and you said it, no? The Petrogas and Signal both started out well, 1-0. Cherry Tigo 0-1. CSB, you said it, a collegiate team here, but out to prove themselves 1-0, and Army down 0-2.
Exactly, and CSB, of course, is the NCAA champion, so they're trying to get primed for their own tournament in a few weeks' time. Let's take a look at how this tournament is going to play out. It's almost like an Asian game, SEA Games kind, where you play almost every day.
Yeah, it's a pretty short tournament. We can see 5 teams, so you can read there. Each team will play 4 games. But basically, the top 4 teams will get to the semi-final round. 1 will play 4, 2 will play 3, and on Saturday, am I correct? Saturday, it will be already the battle for the medal. So it's a busy week, so you can't miss each game day.
Oh, yes, and there are more and more people who are joining us here inside the venue. Well, these are more of our popular teams in the country right now. It's Petrogas against Signal. Any evaluations? These are teams that want to change their fortunes. They want to break that Choco Mucho School Smashers stranglehold on the top positions in our PBL.
Well, that's why there were a lot of recruitments, acquisitions in the off-season. They're getting ready for a new look for both these teams, as you said, and it's really interesting to see how, the gelling has happened throughout the months.
And these are 2 teams that won in straight sets just yesterday. And we had Petrogas winning against the Lady Troopers.
Yeah, that went straight sets. Petrogas showing that they don't need a lot of adjustments. They made it probably in the past month or so. So they look good, and they won it. You can see the scores there, 11, 19, and 19. Very strong start for Petrogas. So for the fans, you're so excited about, their development, and you're just looking forward to the next games.
Exactly. Nicole Chamson emerging as one of the top performers. Let's talk about Petrogas, and of course I love watching Giselle Cheng, and she'll do some magic here today. I love watching her as a setter.
Yeah, me also, because a lot of people are saying it. She's not the fittest setters, but she's just so smart, less effort, maximum output.
Discarte, and her sister, si Des, who's recovering from an ACL injury, is going to watch on. And the HD Spikers won against a fellow PBL member, the Cherry Tigo Crossovers.
Well, that game, although it went 3 sets, it didn't feel like 3 sets. I thought you were covering that game, you and Coach Ronnie. It felt like it was 5 sets. It was such a great game. Signal was actually tested by Cherry. Look at the scores, 28-26. 25-19, like 27-25. It's like a 5-setter, but it just goes to show the future is here, and the games are going to be that close from here on. Look, you can see Vanessa Gandler, 18 points. She's not disappointing her fans, really.
No.
Continuing from last conferences, and she's really playing well.
Okay, and Cesc Molina contributed 13 as well. When we return, ladies and gentlemen, we will have these 2 teams that are more or less familiar to all of you who've been following the game of late and of the recent vintage. We'll have Petrogas up against Signal here in the PNBF in just a short while.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rizal Memorial Coliseum, Day 2 of the PNV. Petrogas Angels. Middle blocker number 9, team captain Remy Palma. Center number 2, Janelle Che. Opposite hitter number 8, Aiza Maizo Puntillas. Outside spiker number 10, Brooke Van Sickle. Middle blocker number 12, Casey Caldones. And outside spiker number 19, Nicole Tiamzon. Starting libero is number 22, B. Love Barboy. And the head coach for the Angels is Koji Tsusurabara. And now the starters for the Signal HD Spikers. Outside spiker number 7, team captain Ces Molina. Middle blocker number 2, Roslyn Toria. Outside spiker number 5, Annie Candler. Opposite hitter number 10, Chin Pasas. Middle blocker number 18, Riri Meneses. And starting setter number 22, Chel Cayuna. Starting libero is number 16, Don Katindig. And the head coach for Signal is Shaq De Los Santos.
Shock ka dyan, si Sahel. I love teasing him about it, but he's done a good job with Signal. Here's the starting lineup for Petrogas.
So you can see Aiza Puntillas, Casey Galdones, Brooke Van Sickle, Tiamzon Palma, Cheng, and Baby Love Barbon to start today's festivities.
And on the other side, we have Doria, Meneses, Molina, Gandler, Cheng Basas, and look at this, Don Macandili, Katindig. Gotta get used to that Katindig. With all due respect to her husband, of course. Don always thrilled to watch, and we're just about ready to put the ball into serve here. I know that Remy Palma has been assigned as, she was chosen as captain of this team. Something she's not, a role she's not familiar with, but I'm sure she will do a marvelous job. With that smile, why not?
I think that's a good decision on the part of Petrogas. Because leadership looks like it's inborn for Remy Palma, right? Even her days in FEU.
Pagka ngumiti yan, the whole Coliseum brightens up, no matter the situation of the game. And we're just about ready to send the ball into play. Agad diskarte niya. Agad diskarte. And it's nice to see Puntillas playing. Alam mo, marami rin movement. Not necessarily these teams. A lot of players want to keep on playing, couldn't get enough playing time, wanted other opportunities, wanted a change of perspective. So we'll all see that this month when the PBL gets underway as well.
Well, you love like we mentioned in the pregame, we love the player movements. Also because it will elevate, the game.
Yes.
The teams will just get better. You see the coaching staff doing their jobs and trying to, create better chemistry. So it's just so exciting for Philippine volleyball.
And there's that smile by Remy Palma. The one and only. yung palang yan, kahit na anong nangyayari sa game. And such a magnetic personality. Down the middle we go with Gandler. Cheng.
Oh, good dig.
I'll miss that from Pontillas. Back row, it's outside. Good read.
Yes, great decision by Brooke Van Sickle to let that go. Boy, good start for Petrogas here, up by 3.
And normally when it's 3-0, Cesael will start standing up. Okay. Sige, basta one pass.
Oh, good serve.
That is rejected off the effort of Basas. Cayuna sends it across.
Oh, good stop.
Good exchange. One-handed pickup by Chamzon. From the back row. Cayuna.
I missed. That's a major miscue there between Doria and Katindik. One thing that will change through time as they get more familiar with each other's game.
Sabi nga kay Don kanina, I have to get used to you. Hindi mo katabi si Chang, si Kimpiana.
And the colors.
Yes, of course. The other day, I managed to sneak in and just drop by the practice of PLDT. It was also getting some used to see Joy Baron, Kaylin Pac with Amanda Reyes. Some things, kaya hindi ka pwede matagal makipag-away o istabin ng mga tao. Yung umiikot ang mundo.
That's true.
Hindi ko sinasabing ini-istab niya ang isa't isa. No? But it's a small, very small.
Yeah, I agree. I know what you're saying. You never know when your paths will cross.
Again.
Yep. Oh, what a dig.
Lalim. And nearly scored a part. Oh, lalim kumuha nito,
Boy, great defense being displayed by both teams.
Doria is rejected. It's the first long exchange. Basas with a drop. Elevated. Rejected. Nowhere to go.
I think that was Chin Basa's perfect timing in terms of that block execution. But that was so near the net. Look at this one. Yeah, that was Chin Basa's shutting the door on Nicole.
Early on, Petrogras already employing their 2 liberos in action. There's the other one.
Oh,
Gandler stretches. Macandili does what she does. Cheng. Macandili stopping that. Yes, the libero can do that as long as the hand does not go above the line of the net. Kasi yung normal, akala mo, dapat hindi ma-atake, no?
Yeah.
Pwede yung libero.
Yeah, that's true. And again, we want to commend both teams as early as now. Don't look at the score. It is 6-1 in favor of Petrogas. But defense for both teams working wonders. It's just that the presence at the net, for now, obviously the advantage goes to Petrogas.
Just Coach, Maki Puela told me that is possible because her nosy husband heard me in a coverage. Coach Louis, of course, my former teammate, and it's a good thing they told me about it. In the meantime, kala ko mahihipat si Basas dun. Gandler. Ricardo, in a way, Acuna drills it in.
Well, that should be big for Acuna, talking about her confidence, because we know that she's a very talented player. She just needs that opportunity to show it.
This tournament serving as in a way like a preseason encounter for the PBL teams and other teams. We will have the men's tournament next week. In the meantime, into an empty corner.
Well, you were talking about her and you're happy to see her play, Aiza Maizo Pontillas. And she's showing us her veteran moves yet again.
And her serve in play. Basas kneeling down. Riri Meneses rejected. Gandler blasts away and finds a hole.
That's a great set. You know, Danny Gandler just saw a slight opening in the blockers and she gets it through. Yeah, you see the slight opening?
Takes some depth decision making to be able to see that gap eh. Yung nasa ere ka na, kuminsan nanggigigil ka, puro power eh. Hindi ka dumidiskarte eh. The whip! Palma, by the way, already on the floor. That's a hard alley to pass through with Cheng and Palma watching that line. In the meantime, kept in play from the back row, rejected.
No. Good save.
Montilla, southpaw stab. Gandler drops a message. Bang!
A coach will say, blockers, when the ball is beyond you, do not attempt. Right? Because when they start doing the sungkit things.
And you're too far. Don't try. Our count, 7-4. Signal HD serving at 4 against 7.
Yeah, well, they've not narrowed the gap from 5 points to 3, so that's a good sign.
Ina Champson has always been so deceptive as we arrive at the technical time, but we'll talk more about Nicole when we return. I'm speculating here, but I'm sure many of our fans are coming from the Manila area and may not have that same opportunity to see our teams in action in the PBL if the games are at the Field Sports or MOA is kind of near here, but we don't play that often at the MOA. But it's always nice to bring volleyball to this very, very historic venue.
Right, and we have to mention, you know, both teams have developed a following.
Yes, indeed.
So even if we're in different venues, I mean, you're right. It's good to see the fans flock the different stadiums to support their teams.
Here's Tiamson. You don't think she has that power in that reed thin, slim structure of hers, but she has power. You were saying?
She is skinny.
Okay.
She is a skinny one.
But she has power, you know?
Oh, yeah.
This is power.
That was power with a capital P. Brooke Van Sickle just, you know, I did catch a couple of the highlights of yesterday's game, and she has really impressed a lot of fans.
Petrogas with a 5-point lead here in the opening set. Jamzon will serve.
That's a great serve.
Oh, Gandler knocked it in.
You know, throughout the conferences that Danny Gandler has played, it's like you're so happy with her development because, you know, of what she experienced in Ateneo, no championship. But look at where she is right now. So it just goes to show, as you age, you can just get better and better.
And she so clearly found a home, and this is the reason why we love covering Janelle Cheng.
Hachi Cheng just always makes it look so easy. Right? Very minimal effort. Oh, did Danny Gandler win a championship? I'm sorry. No.
Wait,
So
hindi niya inabot yata yung, let's check, yung sila Kat Tolentino. I'm not sure. She was looking.
Yeah. Could be. Yeah, but our point being is when she was a senior.
Well, ask Mona Pagatsing in just a short while.
Yeah. Well, Petrogas, after Signal narrowed the gap, has built yet another 6-point lead. Timeout.
Pinapabayaan natin yun, okay? Okay? Sige, tsaga lang, tsaga. Kailangan makakonvert tayo ng punto sa atake. Kasi kumukuha tayo ng... Gusto natin, mablock lang natin na mablock eh. Tayo pumunta sa atake, okay? Sige lang. Huwag masyadong mag-ingat sa ginagawa. Ha? All out lang. Tsagayin lang rin, tsaga. Ha? Sige. One good pass lang ulit, taas atake ng maayos.
Okay, the advantage of having Mona Bagatsing, one of the managers of the Petrogas team, and was the manager also of the Ateneo team. Yes, Gandler was young at that time. Inabot niya yung one championship.
The one with Kat, Bea, Maddie. Okay.
And Dina Wong, that group.
Okay. So, but, you know, just a little stories. My point being, when she was a senior of the team,
Yeah.
and you're just happy to see her progress. I mean, she's so impressive and she's so consistent.
Yes, indeed. And she seems to have found a clear home. As really, Meneses is locked out. Molina. Chang reverses. Galdona's shot is still being played out, but Signal mishandles it.
Another bright spot for Petrogas. Casey Galdones is playing one good game today. And you can see her improvement even from last year.
Remy Palma will serve.
So, you can see the frustration of Signal.
Yeah.
Ria Meneses wanted to tear that net down.
Says Molina. Cham zone. It's short.
Okay, I didn't mean to jinx her, Sir Sam, by complimenting her, but no, you know, she is human. Errors will come, but what a great start for her today.
And ours coming season is also the mark of more Japanese coaches coming around. Like for Petrogas, they have Koji Chizurabara. I hope I got that right. We'll get some.
Sounds good. I like it.
So this. And so far, he seems like a cool customer. He's just, even with the errors, he's smiling. Well, he's ahead 13-6 here.
And you can see, I was watching him communicate with Mona Bagatsing. So I guess language barrier isn't as bad. So that's a good sign for the team.
Said Mona has learned Japanese in 2 years.
Unless.
Ayaw gumulang yung gustong gawin ni Jel Cayuna. She does that so often, but this time her permission was not granted.
I think, you know, for Signal, they're a bit uptight here in the first set
Medyo.
because their defense is working. It's just that their offense, they cannot convert.
Molina taps it over. Chamzon pushes it. Mintiso, but it goes, but it's not gonna work.
Errors piling up for Signal here. They have to settle down. You know, it's a 9-point deficit that they're facing. Yeah, you can see very clear. Acuna clipped the net there.
Gandler finds the angle in the spot.
We did say she is a consistent one, so yeah, even if she's at the back, you can go to her. But you have to credit Molina, better first pass.
I will make my life simple.
Yeah.
Coach Koji. His first name is Koji. Coach Koji reminding his team about their defensive alignment. Gandler got away with a big hit there. Here's a tap by Brooke. There's a rejection. Pontillas doing what she does best. Cheng lifted it high. That'll go! Banchero knocking it down.
Transition play for Petrogas. A great defense and offense.
As we hit the technical timeout, Mark will be taking a short break, but don't go too far away. This is a good one. Don't forget that next week we also begin with the men's tournament. We have more teams actually in the men's division. We have 2 pools of, how many is that? 4 teams each. And some very familiar names that we've grown accustomed to in our Spikers tournament.
Even in the men's, there are a lot of changes, so it's also very exciting to watch the team. Signal has a different face already right now.
Yeah, and in fact, there's a new team, men's team from the Ribisco group that's supposedly going to come around as well. And that's waiting for the Spikers to that's a March.
Yeah.
But this one, Petrogas, I have to agree with you completely that medyo shaky ang laro ng Signal. They're uptight in some areas. They got to lose it. They need some offense to percolate here to loosen them up. And maybe also their defense might be able to help them as well. And our referee, the woman in the perch, our referee Joy Dimas, national referee, says, please serve.
I thought there was a story. But please serve now.
Now.
What an angle.
Na-miss ni Chamson. My mistake, sabi niya.
She was going for that same tough angle
Yes.
that Molina did, but yeah, she clipped the net.
I love it. Cheng already signaling the play. You can run a play, especially again off the serve.
Yeah. Oh, great serve.
Balik tayo kay Nicole.
You love then the off-season preparation, obviously, of Petrogas. You can see Nicole Tiamzon smashing it that way. Casey Galdones, as we mentioned earlier.
We have Joy Dacoron coming in.
She is one of the 6 new players or new faces for Petrogas, together with Ethan Arce, Jelly Tempiatura, Brooke Van Sickle, Michelle Marete, and the returning Myla Pablo.
Na bumabalik sa team na yan, ano? Myla spent some time also with F2. In the meantime, Cheng.
Cheng giving dagger looks to Chin Basas. That's too deep. Look at this. But they needed that. You know, it can't just be Vanny Gandler in Signal's offense. Well, we gotta mention, you know, here in the first set, Tempiatura is doing such a spectacular job.
So good that you hardly notice her, diba? She's just flowing with the good things that are happening to Petrogas here in the early goings.
Yeah, and aside from the defense, what you like is, wow, you love that from Maiza Bonilla. No, but aside from defense, Tempiatura and even love for Bon, that they're focus on getting the second ball, on setting
yes.
dig.
That's a great point. Getting the ball in play. In the meantime, Quantillas messes up her serve.
She's getting playful, but you know, you can when you're ahead by 9, now just 8.
Must be a challenge also, communication-wise, you know. Parang, I'm sure we had such a interesting dilemma with Tai Bundit. We also have the coach of Japanese, yung asawa ni Jaja.
Coach Taka.
So, there, and Farm Fresh also has a consultant nowadays. I'm sure about that.
I read about that.
Yeah. Maiza Pontillas and Cheng are drawn out. Pablo is back in. Chi Sayed, the veteran. Another ageless person.
And you love, you know, how long they've been with the team.
Yeah.
Saet and Cheng. Boy, defense has been working for Petrogas.
Myla. And net contact. And touch by Pablo.
Well, that set was actually too near the net.
Yes.
Pablo tried to avoid the net.
She did her best ballerina move, but just ran out of dance steps because of the tightness of the predicament. 19-11. And very politely, Coach Koji asks for a timeout. Let's listen in.
Masyado tayo nakakatulog ulit. Okay? Tapos gusto natin pumutos.
Okay, more faster, judge. Target.
Yung serve nila, magaan na lang. So, judgment tayo agad. Let's go! Petrogas!
And we can't wait for her to be back in action also. Sister of Janelle, Des. Why, that was a painful injury she had, when she's playing to Chocomucho, no?
Injuries in general, when you see the players, I mean, you feel for them.
Ako, tatlo sa akin. Kay Ara Galang.
Me also.
Ako yung Ara Galang. Jovelyn Gonzaga slamming into the post there. And then yung kay Des Chen. Yung, alam mo, iiyak na si Des sa sakit. The meantime, that does not work. They could not elevate it. Diba to si Chisay has already been an assistant coach, and one day she will be a head coach. I know.
For sure.
This, in the same way, we have Dina Salak still around for FEU. Si Don Macandilla has also played for for Coach Shaq in the national team in the 2018 Asian Games team. What a chase down that
What
time.
a chase!
Takbo! Back row! Gandler celebrating.
Well, a bit of a run here for Signal. And now you think Petrogas called a timeout wherein they were ahead by 7-8 points, and then was that a good timeout? Question mark. Because now it's Signal.
Okay, that's something to raise. Gandler celebrating, enjoying that, and she's back in the service area. Palma. Ganda nung that set na ng lambot.
Oh, what save.
Kept alive. The attack.
Great defense on both ends.
Molina. Side. Palma. Look at that.
And you have to say, Remy Palma and Giselle C have been teammates for how many years back in FEU, so the familiarity is there. It was just a great hit by Rem Palma.
Yan ang mga i-perform kong team. Remy Palma, Royce Tubino. Tumama sa antena.
Well, that's one person who needs to step up for Signal. Says Molina.
Yeah. Kailangan bigyan ng bola. Signal using a timeout here.
Pasa lang. Galaw po tayo, galaw. Kailangan tayo. Galaw na maayos. Tsagayin nyo lang yan. Medyo mabagal yung start natin eh. Okay? Sige, go. Tapos pagka-block, rotate agad. Tapos save nyo yung mga nakukuha natin first ball. Papabayaan natin ha? Sige, go.
Coach Shaq concerned about their energy, their demeanor here in the first. They're several steps behind in terms of the pace of the first set.
Well, that has been the constant comment by the fans actually on Signal's brand of volleyball. They tend to, start out tight and slow, so they're hoping, Coach Shaq's hoping to wake them all up. And you were saying, what team were you going to form? You like to form?
Royce Tubino, Remy Palma. I have 4 more. Gusto ko yung mga may personality. Gusto ko pagka si Tubino masungit. When she's kanina she was hurting. Her patella, her kneecap was really bothering her.
Well, I'm sure the training, of these girls.
Yeah. And in the meantime, our count 21-14. Petrogas marching towards the finish line. Kept in play by Chisay. To the back row, it is outside.
Boy, lucky break for Signal there. Nicole Damson had the opportunity, but totally misses the line.
Riri Meneses will be serving for all of us. Chamson, Syed, and Brooks shot. Works.
Gets it off the high hands there. Molina could not get to it. So that's what Petrogas is actually doing correctly here in the first set. They're dictating the tempo of the game.
Yes. And getting away with almost everything they want to do here. The push denied though. And
what a dig.
What a sharp angle, and look at this. Nacoron makes a contribution.
Again, you can see Petrogas really aggressive at the net.
Good point, yeah.
Nothing skips them. You have this a little bit of overpass. They're all over that.
And they're attacking every point, every opportunity. Defending and then transitioning quickly. All that. Molina a little faster to the draw against Pablo there. Some changes coming in. Maizo Pontillas and Chang will return.
And then on the other side,
Basas and Cayuna return. Si Giselle C, tawa ng tawa. Bakit tawa?
Giselle C, just, through the years, you can see she's enjoying.
She's the giggles. Now, I remember when we were beginning to cover the PNBF 2 or 3 years ago. She was playing for a team in Cavite, and I asked her, "Uy, nandiyan ka?" And she didn't have a team. She did well in that tournament, and teams noticed them. There was an opening. At saka player din ni, one of the players sa FEU ni Coach Shakyan. But the discoverer was still si Coach Ness.
Way back when.
Way back when.
Yeah.
Good set. Kita mo. Sa set pa lang,
We always like to say, textbook volleyball for Petrogas. Bourbon with a great first pass and everything else followed.
Yep. It was all smooth, and we are at set point for the Angels. Van Sickle. Surprised her name was called. Gentle tap. The Coron dropping to the deck. Pontillas. Bang it in.
They only needed one set point to claim set number 1.
And this seems to be the number of the day, 25-16. First 2 sets of the previous game were also 25-16. And we'll have more volleyball action from the PNBF Champions League here at Rizal Memorial after this. Score of the first set going the way of the Angels, 25-16 against the HD Spikers. Some highlights with Noreen here.
Well, it was just a good start. We did hear from the huddle of Coach Shaq that he didn't like the start
Good point, yeah.
of Signal. Whereas when you look at Petrogas, it's just like they're following the...
On fire, Gaga.
Yeah. I mean, from all angles, defense, offense, just everything flowing well for them. They're playing great, good chemistry volleyball, and they just never look back. Now Signal's they're talking about it now. Go back to the basics, I feel, and try to start out strong. And